Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. Thank you so much, everyone who has been so helpful and loving and supportive through this tough time that we've been going through with my husband being sick and being out of work. I appreciate you so much. And we are on video number... Let me check. I'm so sorry. This happens every time. Video number 9. My apologies again. Okay. Here is the Torah to guard. Remember the Torah of Moshe, my servant, which I commanded him in Horeb for all Yasharal, laws and right rulings. See, I am sending you Eliyahu the prophet before the coming of the great and awesome day of Yahuah. And he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with utter destruction. Malachi 4:4-6. Yahushua told us to pray that our flight not be in the winter or on the Shabbat at Mattiyahu 24:20. Shabbat is the sign between Yahuah and his people forever. For the pattern we see in this world, it appears the followers of the dragon have chosen Malachi 4's smiting of the earth with utter destruction. I'm sorry. I've been feeling a little under the weather for the last day, so I'm hoping I'm not catching what my husband has. They are decidedly against the Torah of Moshe. Rulers of evil. Link to YouTube video. If I can remember, I will post this link in the description box. And I just found out the other day that something I didn't know before, that tinnitus actually makes it so your brain starts forgetting things. So that is why I end up repeating myself a lot and I forget things a lot. So just please bear with me. My apologies for that as well. Rulers of evil. Who benefits from war? Follow the money. Follow the path of the money, or the trail of the money. It flows to the machinery produced by the military-industrial complex. Today, the medical industry has been weaponized also. You may have never heard about the Regimini Militantis Universae, but it has been using financial leverage to engulf the world's leaders in great chaos. When a plane crashed with hundreds of passengers many years ago, the report also mentioned that the purchasing officer for the USAF was one of the casualties. Excuse me! Hey! Bella! Roscoe! Hey! No more! Hey! You do not hurt each other! Hey! Hey! No more! Bella, come here. I'm so sorry. When I'm talking about important things, they start to get disruptive. Hey! In the next video, I will hold Bella so that this does not happen. Okay. JFK Jr. died in a crash just as his political aspirations were developing. These and many other suspicious events go on all the time. Alright, I'm so sorry. No more. No more. No more. Okay? Okay. Sorry. Yes, I know, but you cannot fight with your brother. Okay. These and many other suspicious events go on all the time, especially when people are bringing out the truth. Yes, that's true. Conspiratorial and accidental views matter when compared side by side. The truth surrounding the JFK assassination, the first executive action taken by Johnson, and the real crisis of Vietnam is now obvious, but the media is digging itself into a bigger hole because its involvement is real. Eisenhower warned us about the rise of the military-industrial complex. Bella, you got an eye booger on the book. Okay. In his farewell speech in 1961. Until the latest of our world conflicts, the United States had no armaments industry. American makers of plowshares could, with time and as required, make swords as well. But we can no longer risk emergency improvisation of national defense. We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. Added to this, 3.5 million men and women are directly engaged in the defense establishment. 3.5 million men and women. That is a lot. We annually spend on military security alone more than the net income of the United States corporations. And that says a lot. This conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. We must take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals, so that security and liberty may prosper together. Dwight D. Eisenhower, Farewell Speech, Excerpt, 1961. We need to examine the crisis that sparked the Vietnam conflict, and how two world powers took advantage and perpetuated it for as long as possible. Hundreds of thousands died directly and nearly 40,000 more from unexploded munitions well after the war ended. Lou lived through this, Brother Lou, but many young men he knew did not. Landmines are still killing innocent children in deserts to this day. Christians killing Christians is accomplished by politically socializing the young to fight for their country. Yahuah will judge those responsible. By the time JFK became the U.S. president, the Vietnam conflict was in full swing, and he intended to end U.S. support. He didn't live long after that. And this shows a picture of JFK, and then in the middle, Jesuit general, Black Pope. That's one man right there. And then on the right side is Paul V1. So I'm assuming that is Paul it's either the 6th or the 4th. I can't remember if you add or subtract when the Roman numerals look like that. And JFK is here. With me looking at it on the screen, it shows him on the right. Okay. July 1963, JFK meets Regimini Militantis Universae. World leaders pay homage to source of power, the Black Pope. That is why presidents all go to the papacy or go to Rome to bow down to the Pope, because the Pope is the real leader. It was a war against Buddhists, and the persecutor was the Roman Catholic leader of South Vietnam. Two world powers 2 world powers supplied the armaments, and many young men gave their lives to enrich the manufacturers of those armaments. Yahuah's vengeance does not sleep. To attract the attention of world media to the Catholic persecution of his Buddhist brothers, a Vietnamese Mahayana monk burned himself to death at a busy Saigon intersection, 6/11/1963. His name was, I hope I don't butcher this, Thich Quang Duc. I don't know if you guys can see the last 3 words right here. I cannot pronounce that for the life of me. I hope it didn't look backwards to you, because when I put it on the camera, it looked backwards to me. But it's Thich for the first name. The middle name is Quang, and the last name is Duc. I really don't like when I mispronounce things, and I really don't like when I mispronounce names, because I know how important Yahuah's name is, and I know how important everyone's names are, because you don't speak. If you go to another country, someone's not going to call you by another name. It may sound a little different in their way of speaking, like, because a lot of other countries, they don't know how to speak English very well. But your name will always stay the same. So Yahuah and Yahusha's name will always stay the same. They are one, but they are still Yahuah, Yahusha. The South Vietnamese President Diem, a staunch Roman Catholic, was backed by the U.S. under the guise of communist infiltrators. These are a few things that must be connected, but few see it. June 11th, 1963. Self-immolation of Buddhist monk Thich Quang Duc in Saigon sparks outrage around the world and brings attention to conflict. Okay. And July 2nd, 1963, same year, the next month, JFK meets with Regimini Militantis Universae at Rome. November 1st through the 2nd, 1963, same year. President Diem and his brother, Ngo Dinh Nuhu, NGO, middle name is DINH, last name is NHU. Ngo Dinh Nu, or Hu, are murdered during a coup by dissident generals of the South Vietnamese Army. So the president and his brother were murdered, the president of South Vietnam. Okay. November 22nd, 1963. JFK was assassinated, and Johnson is sworn in as president. While still in flight after being sworn in as U.S. president, Johnson revoked JFK's executive order to end U.S. support in Vietnam. So that might be part of the reason that he was assassinated, and because he was going to release some truth to the public that they did not want released. August 2nd through the 4th, 1964, the next year. 2 supposed incidents in the Gulf of Tonkin led Johnson to seek congressional approval for direct U.S. involvement. The average age of the enemy at this point was 12 years old. That's young. The Unseen Hand, an introduction to the conspiratorial view of history by Ralph Epperson, is a book that you may want to add to your library or to your collection. Ralph compares the accidental view of history with what he calls the conspiratorial view. By far, most major events are being directed everywhere all the time, and the media spins them for public consumption. After generations of living with men's teaching authorities, The whole world is spiraling down morally and spinning out of control. They have turned their ears away from listening to Yahuah's Torah, his covenant of love. If we abide in Yahusha and obey his word, we are truly his taught ones, and we will know the truth, and the truth will set us free. Yehukanan 8. The truth of why JFK was killed and another came behind him to do the will of the arms manufacturers is obvious. The media is a useful idiot that serves another agenda. They keep the JFK mystery going. In several of Brother Lou's books, there is an admission that he was taught by the best educators this planet has ever known, the Jesuits, aka Jesuit Illuminati. They educate the children of upwardly mobile politicians and businessmen to prepare them for future leaders within the clergy or as operatives within governments and in industry when they are older. These schools are openly called prep schools. This order was founded by Inigo Loyola, a Spanish soldier turned priest in 1534 with the prime directive of restoring authoritarian papal power. The papacy had lost its power as a result of the nobles turning away during the Reformation. The Societas IESB was established as a militant order, the counter-reformation to use any and all means necessary, even assassination, to bring governments under their influence. The Jesuit general is the real head of the Roman circus. Regimini Militantis Ecclesiae was the papal bull promulgated by Pope Paul III, September 27, 1540, giving first approval to the Society of JESUS. It is a military order, nothing more. Look up the Jesuit oath of induction. That's a definition that is very important, and I will try to get that in my description box for you guys. If you are interested in how far they will go to achieve their goals, their prime objective is to assure their control over the people. Jesuits knew that the path to restoring power was through the children of the nobility, so they became educators. Ignatius Loyola founded the Jesuit order and quoted Aristotle with the words, "Give me a child until he is 7, and I will show you the man." This psychotherapy holds 1 billion people under its influence, and it took Yahusha to snap Lou out of it. Do you want to awaken others from their delusion? I sure do. Next time we will be doing a study on does a day really begin at midnight? Nazarene are different from Christians. And the truth has fallen in the streets. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson today. And now, my favorite part, it is time to praise Yahuah. And I wanted to show you guys, Temu was so nice and generous. I thought that I was ordering the big version of this book. Well, it just came in today, and I ordered this, I had ordered this before my husband had gotten sick. See how much bigger it is? So now I'll be able to write songs in the bigger version of the book. But I am happy that I do have both because they are both a little bit different. The bigger one has, like, in case of loss, please return to, with 4 lines that you can put in your address and stuff. And then there's a line that says as a reward with a $sign on it. And then this one has sculpting in time in here with a cute little picture. And it also has lined pages where you can date it. The other book has where you can write a title on the gold pages and date it. And then the white pages, it just has a date that you can put in the top, which I think is very neat. You can get these in 4 different colors. The little book was 6 something. This one was 8 something. But I was still able to do it with my extra Temu credits. There was another cool little saying I saw in here. I just don't remember where it was. Oh, the growth ring for time to carve and the memory to imprint on mind. And it has cute little pictures in the bottom there too. But lately I've just been writing over the little pictures for the song. But I will be singing today. My voice is not very strong today, so please bear with me. I had it open to the page where I was going to sing. I apologize. I'm trying to find the song again. Living Temple of Yahuah. Yahuah Yireh, Yahuah Sabaoth, Yahuah Rapha, I am Yahuah. Those who wait for me will never be ashamed. Do you not know that you are the dwelling place of Elohim? That the Ruach of Yahuah dwells within you. We are called to be set apart, like the temple of Shalom or the tent of meeting. Our bodies are the temple of the living Yahuah. The Ruach HaKodesh dwells within us. Yahuah Yireh, Yahuah Sabaoth, Yahuah Rapha, I am Yahuah. Those who wait for me will never be ashamed. Do not defile the temple with the temptations of this world. Do not let the enemy deceive you. Follow Yahuah's voice. And that song was Living Temple of Yahuah, and I wrote that on the 29th the 29th of July, actually. Wow. And I feel like I should just continue to write in this book until I am done with the pages in this book, but I'm very excited to start in this one because the pages are so much bigger. It'll be a lot easier to write my songs down in this book with the bigger pages. And this is cool that it has title here, and then you can date it. It's the same way in the little books. It's just in this one, even the other page has a date where you can date out right there. But these books, they come in, you can get them with the silver. I got the gold for both. I was thinking about maybe getting copper, but I just got gold for both. Or you can get it in red, but I thought it looked too much like blood. Or you can get it in silver. I love Temu, and I apologize if people left my channel because I've been posting a lot of posting a lot of links in my community section about Temu. This dress, I have this dress in blue, and before my husband got sick, I made a few orders, and this dress is like my blue dress. This dress is only $8 and something. So, like, Temu, you can get stuff for like 80% cheaper than you can get it on Amazon. Plus, they have like fun games you can play, but you have to play the games every day. But you can win 2 free gifts of your choosing. And there's something we've been really, really needing for our BMW. It's an old car. It's an '07, and we got it for a steal. And the guy that sold it to us did my grandma's will, and he knew my husband. So, and he used to have my husband work for him from time to time. So he was only making him pay like $100 a month to pay the car off. And sometimes he didn't even make him give him the money. And he said, just write down that you paid it. He said, you gave me $100. And then my husband would be like, no, take it. And then he's like, no, just write it down. So that was a huge blessing in itself. But there is some issues with the car, like the radio screen doesn't work, so that kind of kills our battery a lot. So my husband has to make sure to start it every day. This morning it wouldn't even start. He had to use jumper cables. But anyways, to get to my point, one of the free items I'm trying to win on one of the games, that if you click the link, it'll give me more stuff, or like for example, I can't remember if it's on the fish game. If it's on the fish game, if you click on my invite for the fish game, it'll give me more fish food to feed the fish. And once all the fish are fed, I'll be able to get my prizes that I picked. They give you 2 coupon codes that you can use towards purchases. Plus, they give you gifts that you get to choose. Something we've really needed for a long time, because the Beamer has leather seats. In case my husband ever, like what happened the other day, ever needs to bring one car in to get inspected or get repairs. It needed repairs and it had some type of leak. Well, that was the only car we can drive the dogs in, and that's the car he had to drop off, was the one that we've had for 7 years. It's really old. It's newer than the BMW, but it's still old. It's an '09. But we cannot drive the dogs in a leather seat car, the BMW. So, and we can't leave the dogs at home. So one of the free gifts on the fish game on Temu is a seat protector for dogs for the entire back seat of the Beamer. So then Roscoe could ride in the car, no problem, and not scratch it or hurt it at all. So I feel like that would be a very good thing to be able to get. And it's like almost a $40 item that they're going to give us for free. But I just need to get invites from, I need to send out invites for referrals to my brothers and sisters. And you can also get herbal medications, turmeric soap, different types of soaps that are natural, and like you can get certain herbal remedies on there. You can get stuff to make zeets. That's what I did, and I made zeets. I'm just getting more materials because I'm out of the colors that I need. I tried to cut white strings last night, and I need 8 of them. I was only able to cut 3 strings at the size I needed them. So I wish you could pick like the colors that came in these sets, but you can't. But that set, I found out yesterday, was only $3 and something. And the light that we have in our bedroom, that was only like $3 and something. That pretty light that shines on the ceiling. It also comes with a little remote, so you can change how fast it goes, or you can make it blink. It's very, very cool. And we got a USB extension cord where we can plug a bunch of stuff in if we need to. And we've needed that for a long time. So this is stuff we've ordered before I knew that my husband was sick. And then this helps me to make my zeets. This was only either 44 or 77 cents for 2 of these. It's just you don't get to pick the colors. Anyways, so if anyone would click the link, that would be very helpful to me, and it would help you guys too. Because you can invite your friends, and you can play the games every day, and work towards getting the gifts for free that you want to get. And the second gift that I picked was a dress, but I am trying to dress more in the way that Yahuah wants women to dress, in dresses only. And the leggings that I have, I can just wear with my shorter dresses in the colder weather months. I love you all so much. I'm sorry I went on a rant, but I just wanted to apologize about all of the Temu links I've been adding, and apologize that I haven't been on here. I'm really, really sorry. I haven't been able to make as many videos lately. It's just because my husband's been sick, and I've been feeling drained myself, and I just started feeling sick yesterday. So, praise Yahuah, my voice, I can still sing. And I love you all with an everlasting love, as our Abba Yahuah and the Shamayim loves each and every one of us. And I do not mean to sound whiny if I sound whiny. I love you all so much. I want to be real with you. That's all. And I want to show you who I truly am. And I have a huge heart, and I'm very kind-hearted, and I have always been a loving person, even in my dark days. So I'm sending all of you who is love to you, and I'm sending all my love to you. And please continue to pray for my husband, and I thank you all again for helping us. Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth.